So thank you everybody again for joining us here today for this webinar, this Q&A on our new Smart Notes feature at Owl Practice. Really excited to have you all here and to answer some of the questions that have been submitted about Smart Notes and to hopefully answer as many questions as we can submitted from everybody who's here joining us in here today as well. Just before we jump into everything and get started, just a note that everything that we're talking about here today are all features as to how they exist now in the beta that we have in place for Smart Notes. And we're also going to be talking about features that we're going to be releasing down the road as well. And so obviously any of those features that we're talking about for that we're going to be released in the future are everything we're going to be showing is how is how it exists now. So just keep in mind that things can change. Things can be developed and go in different directions in the future. So this is just a statement, just making everybody aware of that. We can only speak to things as of the date made, and they could be changed and revised down the road in the future. Right, so we'll introduce ourselves before we jump into everything. So my name is Corey Wilson, and I am the head of customer success for Owl Practice in Canada. I am located in Calgary, Alberta, and a little bit about myself. So between my partner and I, there's a lot going on in my house. We have 5 kids between the two of us, and we have 2 dogs and a cat. So it's never quiet in our home. And I'm really happy to be here with you today. I'll turn it over to Wani to introduce herself.
Hey everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Wani Sharma. I am a product manager at Owl Practice. I've been with the company for almost 2 years now, and I come with all 12 years of industry experience. For the past few months, I have been working with an amazing team of engineers as well as clinicians like yourself on building smart notes. And I'm super excited to talk about what we have built so far, what's upcoming, and answer your questions.
Perfect. I guess I should have mentioned I have not been at Owl nearly as long as Wani has. I'm a little bit newer to the company, but similar to Wani's experience, in her work as a product manager, I have many years' experience working with customer-facing teams for software companies and leading support teams. So yeah, really excited to have everybody here and join us today. All right. And just a note that, your participation and feedback, especially as we're going through this beta period, is really incredibly valuable to us as a company. We need your feedback. For my position working with the support team, that's where we're seeing a lot of the feedback come in, is you're taking the time to actually email us and let us know about what your experiences are like so far using Smart Notes. So we greatly appreciate that. And please continue to do so. Um, One note that we'd like to make for those of you who have been using SmartNotes so far during this beta period, if you found that SmartNotes has changed the way you work in your practice, or if you found it to be incredibly beneficial to you in some way, we'd love to hear your story. We'd love for you to reach out to us. We have another webinar coming up on April 3rd where we're going to be going into a little bit more detail on the Smart Notes feature. We're going to be doing a walkthrough, and it's going to be a webinar that's going to be available for everybody. So it doesn't matter whether they're using Smart Notes or not. And if you'd like to be part of that as a guest speaker in that webinar or share a testimonial, please let us know. You can email us at editorial@owlpracticesuite.com. So why do we build it? So mental health documentation, it is essential. Everybody here knows that, but we don't want to take up too much of your time. We want clinicians to be able to spend the majority of the time actually working with their clients, right? Meeting with them during their sessions. That time is incredibly valuable. And while the sessions are valuable as well, and having accurate and detailed session notes are really important, it takes up a lot of time. So one thing I can share with you, my partner, she's a therapist. And I can tell from the work that I have seen her do on a regular basis, those session notes, again, if you're spending a lot, you can spend a lot of time putting those together outside of your sessions. That was a really big driver because we heard that feedback from a lot of you. That was a really big driver in putting this feature into Owl Practice, was you were letting us know you're just spending a lot of time putting together these notes and catching up outside of your working hours and putting these together. And the whole idea behind Owl Practice is to help manage some of those administrative tasks for you so you can focus on actually working with your clients. So Smart Notes is there to help provide structure, reduce friction, and help get the notes done fast, and assisting with your documentation without replacing the need of the clinician to be able to put together the information in those notes in the first place. And when we started to put this together and build it, we wanted to make sure that we had as much input from practitioners, from our customers that use All Practice from the very beginning. So we have something, some of you might already be aware of this, but we have something called the Customer Advisory Board. And so this is made up of people who are customers of All Practice, practitioners that have used All Practice for a while. And these are typically people who are early adopters and are willing to try things out for us and also provide ideas of different features that we can add to All Practice. So we've collected, a lot of feedback from that group. They've helped really define what this feature should look like. And that helped lead us into where we are right now, which is the beta. And thank you to everyone here who signed up to be part of the beta process. We couldn't have gotten to this phase of trying to put Smart Notes through its paces if nobody signed up. So thank you for everybody for being willing to sign up and give Smart Notes a try and having access to this. We're increasing the amount of access for this feature every single day to our customer base. And then that will lead us eventually into our general availability. So we'll be able to move it out of the beta phase and have it as a full-fledged feature within Owl Practice for all of our customers to use. And again, the whole point is to reduce the documentation burden, support clinical judgment from all of our clinicians, and hopefully this tool will find a fit naturally into the work that you do every day in your practice. Okay, and with that, I am going to hand it over to Wani for the next couple of slides here.
Yeah, thank you. As Corey mentioned, we are in the beta phase for Smart Notes, and our goal during this phase is to understand the accuracy of generated notes and quality of transcripts that are generated using Smart Notes, while also addressing some of the feedback we have been receiving on this feature. I want to first talk about what is available to you right now. So we have two options for you to be able to capture the session, generate transcript and Smart Notes from there. You can either scribe your video sessions or you can upload a media file for in-person sessions to transcribe them and generate notes. During our early adopters phase and early feedback, we asked a bunch of clinicians what is the most common note template that they use on day-to-day basis. And the top three were session summary, SOAP, and DAP templates. I am happy to let you know that all these three templates are available to you as a part of Smart Notes feature. You can set your default template under therapist settings, which you use more often, but there is still an option for you to change it to a different template type if you want to. For example, if your default template is session summary, but for this particular session and a particular client, you want to switch it to a SOAP or a DAP note, you can do that right within the notes section. We have recently launched speaker assignment. What this means is once the transcript is generated, you have an option to select therapist and client within that transcript before it goes to our AI model to generate note. We have set it by default to automatically assign these roles. But if this is something you want to manually assign, you have an option to do that. Transcripts and notes are generated from there, and you can see it within the notes section, just like regular notes. We have designed Smart Notes keeping privacy in mind, so we do not save the recording. We delete the recording as soon as transcript is generated. This transcript is available to you for 7 days after it's generated, with an option for you to delete it earlier if that's something you want. And notes are generated from the transcript. We also have clinical control. That means you have the control to review, edit, and save notes before you sign them. Um, this feature won't sign the note without your permission or save anything without your permission. We, for client transparency and to make your load easier, we have added a client consent form that you can send to your clients, just like any other form within the portal, and get a consent before you start using Smart Notes. If you have any questions on what I have talked so far or during this webinar, please feel free to send it in the chat and we'll answer all those questions. What I talked about is available to you right now, but I wanted to let you all know that we hear you. I know some of you have been sending us feedback, and that our team monitors it on daily basis. Some of the things that you see here on this screen is coming from that feedback. Some smart notes are taking longer to generate, more than 20 to 30 minutes. As of yesterday, we have deployed a fix for that. That's why you see partially complete, because we want to continue refining this process. But I wanted to address why it's taking longer. The model we are using for transcription, we want it to be the most accurate when it comes to transcriptions. And some of these transcriptions take longer to generate because of the model we are using. We focused on accuracy and something called as word error rate to measure the accuracy of transcription. But we are trying to find better and faster models so that the transcriptions are generated within our 20 to 30 minutes specified time. Our second highest request was removing the character limit for our SOAP and DAP notes. I'm happy to let you all know that it is complete. As of yesterday, we have deployed the fix and there is no character limit for SOAP and DAP notes. The third highest request is referring to therapy seeker as client and not patient within the summary. This is in progress, and you should see the progress and it should be complete in a couple of weeks. You should be able to see the change happening within the summary. One of our highest requested features is option to record audio within OWL. I'm happy to report that this is also in progress, and I'll be walking you through a prototype of what this is going to look like in the real world. Notes personalization, shortened, detailed bullet point summary, and improving notes. We are capturing a large number of clinicians and we don't train our models on your data. So while it is difficult to match the note style of everyone, we are adding these quick edits that will bring it closer to your writing style. Couples therapy, the notes should be able to better distinguish between the clients within the session. This is also in progress. All of these new features will be coming soon to Smart Notes. Corey, I can share my screen now and do a prototype walkthrough. All right. Similar to the video session, if you click on an in-person session, you will see an option to start recording audio. When you click on it, you will see that audio is being recorded. You can pause and resume the recording similar to our scribe during video session, and you can end the session as well. We will ask for confirmation when you are ending the session to make sure this is an action you really meant to take. You can go back and continue recording, or you can end the session. When you end the session, we'll start uploading this recording within our notes section, and you will be able to view note and the transcription within your notes section. I hope you like this prototype. It is coming soon to Smart Notes. Thank you. Over to you, Karan.
Awesome. That's actually the first time I've seen the feature live as well. I'm also very excited about it. Like Wani mentioned, we've gotten a lot of feedback on the support side for that feature, so really excited to get that out to you. One other item I want to mention, we're going to get into the questions, some of the questions next here. And I have seen some people actually submitting questions using the Q&A feature already. As we've been talking, that's great. Please continue to submit those. We'll get to those as fast as we can here in just a second. But please, I just want to make sure that everybody is contacting us and letting us know if you have feature requests that you wanted to make, or if you had questions about how to use the platform, or issues that you might be experiencing with Smart Notes. Please reach out to us. Let our support team know. We're definitely here to help you out as fast as we can and get you the help that we need. So just wanted to put that out there again. Like a lot of you have already been reaching out to us, and that's great. But please don't hold back and let us know if you need anything from us. All right. This is one of the first questions that we had submitted. So, will there be options to further personalize the notes, i.e., note format, language used, client versus patient? So, Wani actually mentioned some of this already earlier when we were going through some of the things that we're working on and adding to the feature. So, the client versus patient, that is something that we're currently working on as a fix. We've got a lot of feedback from you on that. So we will be changing the language there. And Wani also mentioned some of the further adjustments that we're going to add that will allow you to make to customize your notes after they've been transcribed, no matter what template you've chosen. So we're going to have some more options there in a drop-down list for you to choose from to make them a little bit more personalized. So that will be coming soon. How can we use this feature for in-person sessions without using another recording app? So as Wani mentioned earlier as well, this question has come up a lot. We do have the new feature coming out soon that Wani just demonstrated, being able to record in-person sessions using the OWL platform. I know this is something that a lot of you are asking for, and I completely understand why. You can still record in-person sessions using another device. So if you have a phone with you, for example, and you want to record using your phone, you can do that and then upload the audio file afterwards into the OWL platform. I know that for many of you, that's not ideal. That's not an option that you want to use in an in-person session, which is why we are going to be releasing the option to do it within the OWL platform. But you can do it that way if you need to. So if you have consent from your client and you are able to record it on another device and then upload the file, that option is available for you as well. How do you use Smart Notes when you are meeting a client in person? I can't find a button to start the transcription. So again, this goes back to what I was talking about earlier with you using like a separate device to record. We are going to be releasing the feature for recording your audio in session for in-person sessions fairly soon. So we're really looking forward to getting it out to everybody. But this has been a very big request, a popular request that a lot of you have made. So that is coming soon. I've run into an issue where there was a problem with the recording. It did not produce any notes. Is there a particular browser I should be using it on? I was using DuckDuckGo on a MacBook Air. So the question of which browser to use and which browser is best is one that we see a lot on the support side as well. We do recommend, when possible, using Chrome, using Google Chrome as your browser. The great thing about Chrome is it's available everywhere. Doesn't matter what device you're using. You can use the Chrome browser. Sometimes we'll get feedback from people saying, is it okay if I use a different browser that is using the same Chromium engine or backend that Google Chrome uses? That is an option. We do still like to suggest that people use Google Chrome just because there is more reliability for updates to make sure the browser is using the latest version of Chromium on the back end. So if possible, that is the browser that we would suggest that you use. How do templates work on Smart Notes? Okay, I'm not going to explain it to you. I'm going to pass this over to Wani so she can show you how to do this within the platform itself.
Okay, sharing my screen again. I also saw a couple of questions from people asking how to use Smart Notes in general within the platform, and I can show you both. So I have prepared some of the notes for you so that we don't have to wait during the seminar. Um, as you can see, this note is generated already in SOAP format. But if you want to change it to a different format, scroll down under choose a template. You will see all the Smart Notes template with Smart appended before the note type. Uh, For example, you want to change this SOAP format to a session note. All you have to do is click on Smart Session Note. You can decide to append the note template or replace it completely. For the purpose of this demo, I'm going to replace it and use template. It will take a few seconds, but it will generate the note in a new template format. So as you can see, I was able to switch from SOAP to a session note format. Like I mentioned, you have an option to either append or replace the template completely. I hope that answers your question. Um, and for how to use Smart Notes, for a video session, when you let me show you audio first. So there are two ways you can use Smart Notes for video sessions, or you can upload a media file. So you can upload a media file by clicking here and selecting the media file you have. Click on open. It will show you that the media file is uploaded and it will start analyzing. This is one way to use Smart Notes. For our video sessions, when you go to join a video session, um, apply the settings, you will see the Smart Note section here. You can either enable transcription as soon as you join the session. If you don't want to do that, you can join the session and you will see scribe here. When you click on scribe, it will show you that you are transcribing this session. There are two ways available today to use Smart Notes, and we have audio recording in app coming soon.
Okay, so those were some of the questions that we had come in, initially before the webinar. But we're here to answer your questions during this session as well. I can see some of you have already been submitting some. Um, it's fantastic. Please continue to use the Q&A feature on this webinar to submit them. So we'll just go through these, and anything that we haven't answered, Wani and I will try and answer those for you as best as we possibly can. While we're here. Is there a way to record and transcribe for phone sessions? So I see Wani is typing an answer in there as well. Um,
But I can answer that
yeah,
live. At this time, you will have to record a session on your phone or a recording device and upload it as a media file. But we have audio recording within OWL coming soon. So you will be able to record in-person sessions right within OWL, and the media file will be uploaded on its own without you having to do anything. Um, Yes. Will the uploaded audio file be turned into the designated note format automatically? Yes, it can be. I can share my screen again and show you how you can select the default note template within therapist settings. Um, for in-person session, I just have the session set as video and hit transcribe. Then, yeah,
that's
that
another
can be
workaround.
done.
Yeah,
That is a great workaround. Thank you,
yeah,
Andrea.
yeah, that
Um,
works as well.
yeah. In the meanwhile, we build audio recording within OWL. This is a great workaround that you can use. Um, Sorry, Gauri, we are switching back and forth, but maybe I should share my screen and show how a default template can be set.
Yeah, 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 go for it. Yeah, so I can repeat that workaround for you. I see somebody just put that in there. So the workaround that Andrea mentioned was for in-person sessions if you want to record for transcribing purposes. So Andrea's just setting it up as a video session in person and transcribing the video session so that Owl is capturing all of the audio that's coming in from the in-person session. And then she's just changing it to an in-person session at the end, like once everything is done and recorded. So if you don't feel comfortable using another device, like a phone or something like that to record your session and then upload the audio file afterwards, that's definitely one way you can do it. You can just start it as a video session for in person. That way it captures everything, and you've got everything right within Owl. I hope that helps clear that up for you a little bit.
About setting the default template, I wanted to show you the settings that are available for Smart Notes at this time. This is to enabling Smart Notes for therapists at a group practice. So if you have a group practice and you have purchased a few seats to try out Smart Notes and how that work, you can enable the therapists at your practice using Smart Note setting yes or no. Each therapist can set their own default template, so it's not one template apply to all. Um, you can select from the three templates we have available currently, and it will generate the note in the template that you have selected here. We have session note by default, but if you like to use SOAP or DAP more often, you can go under therapist settings and select the note template you want to use. Speaker assignment preference. This is a new setting that we have added. It's defaulted to system generated speaker assignment, meaning system will select the therapist and client in the generated transcript. But if this is something you would like to assign manually and pick who the therapist and the client is within the session, you can change this setting to manually assign speakers. So once the transcript is generated, you can go in there and select speaker assignment.
All right. So just a few things we wanted to make everybody aware of as we're wrapping up here today. Again, I mentioned this earlier, but we have another webinar coming up on April 3rd, and we're looking for people who have already been using Smart Notes to join that webinar. We'd just love to hear from some featured guests. So it could be somebody here that's in this webinar here with us today, and just share some of your real world experience and how you've been using Smart Notes in your practice. We do offer an honorarium, some compensation offered as a thank you for using your time for this purpose. So if this is something that you're interested in helping us out with, just please feel reach out to us at the same email I've been sharing before, the editorial at owlpracticesuite.com, and let us know. And we also want to hear from you. So everybody, especially all of you that have been using the beta, in this early period of having Smart Notes enabled in Owl Practice, we'd love for you to share your story. So we're creating a short video series for our website and for social media platforms. And again, we'd love to feature you if you would like to participate. You can let us know what you like about Smart Notes, how it has helped you save time and improve productivity within your practice, and maybe some tips that you would like other therapists to know about as well. Again, same email. Just let us know. Let us know if you'd like to participate, and we will get back to you at that editorial at owlpracticesuite.com. And just a reminder for everybody about a refer a friend program. So we've had this program in at Owl for quite a while now. If you share Owl Practice with a colleague and they sign up with Owl Practice, you can both earn $100 subscription credit. There we go. It's a very simple process. So all you do is you share your practice name or your domain with the colleague that wants to sign up. When they subscribe, they can enter in that practice name or domain as part of the sign up process. And then after they've been with us for 3 months, you both earn a $100 credit towards your subscription. And there's no limit to how many colleagues you can you refer. So you can go nuts with referring people to Owl Practice. All right, and that is it for all of us today. Thank you so much for everybody for joining us today, and also thank you for signing up for using Smart Notes and being part of the beta process. Your feedback, all of the information that you provide us, it only helps us to improve our platform and to make this feature better. So thank you, it's much appreciated. Wani, anything else you want to add?
No, thank you so much for joining today. And please keep sending us your feedback, responding to the survey for Smart Notes. That's how we'll add all the exciting features to our roadmap for Smart Notes and hope this makes your life easier. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.